How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and today I have an exciting video for you guys. But before we go ahead and get right into it, if you guys could like the video or subscribe to the channel, it'd really mean a lot to me. It keeps me motivated to keep on bringing videos to you guys every single week. But with all that said, let's go ahead and get right into the video. Today we're going to be talking about how bad was the Paul George trade. I think it's safe to say at this point it was a big regret, and also looking back, I had some, let's just say I was a little bit nervous about it, especially. Listen, they gave up 7 first-round picks, technically. Really, it's guaranteed 5 first-round picks, but it also will have 2 first-round swaps, so really, but the way it's looking, they'll probably have all 7 first-round picks. 2 of them were for Miami. Not only did they get 7 first-round picks from Paul George at that time, they also got Gilgeous-Alexander and Danilo Gallinari with all those picks. So it was 2 players, 7 first-round picks for Paul George. Thunder absolutely finessed the hell out of them, no doubt about that. Good job to Sam Presti for doing that. I've never seen such a big trade for even just Paul George. Paul George isn't even a superstar, and the fact that they pulled that off is actually insane. At that time, I remember I was at a friend's house. I was coming back from a friend's house, and at that moment, I got the message that night that Paul George went to the Clippers, which was insane, which I thought was a good deal for the Clippers until I looked at the trade and I was like, they gave up 7 first rounders, and well, 5 of them were of the Clippers, 2 of them were from Miami, and it was just crazy. I couldn't understand why you would trade that much even for Paul George. He's not even a superstar, he's just a star, maybe not even a star at this point the way it's looking, but because there's a lot of questions about him. But it was crazy at that time. I didn't even know, no one knew Paul George wanted out of the Thunder until reports and rumors started coming out about it. And that was when Kawhi moved to LA at that point. And right when he went to LA, a few hours, like it was really quick. Like as soon as Kawhi went to LA for the Clippers, that's when the Paul George trade happened. And everything just went crazy. And I remember thinking in that moment, as I was saying, in that moment, I thought the Clippers won until I looked deeper into the trade, because I was like, what did they give up? And that's just crazy. I think 100% the Thunder won, because not only did they get a good trade in for that, it pretty much they will have a guaranteed win, no doubt, and have good picks. Those might be a late first round pick. I think they got the 2021 pick, so that might be a late first rounder, but the other ones might be early, because this could be the last year for the Clippers, obviously. If they don't, pretty much it's either win or bust at this point. Championship or bust at this point, I would say yes, because they need to win next year. If they don't win the championship, I don't see Kawhi Leonard or Paul George even staying on this team. There's even reports of Paul George not even being on this team next year, or Lou Williams, or Montrezl Harrell. The reports are going crazy right now. And to see this unraveling, 100% the Thunder won the trade. Not only did they do that trade, remember, they also traded for Russell Westbrook, and they got like 4 picks back from the Rockets. It was like 4 or 5. And not only that, they got Chris Paul back for him as well, but they still have all those picks. So in total, they had like 10 picks for Paul George and Russell Westbrook. So 100% the Thunder won, like every trade, no doubt. Just shout out to Sam Presti for knowing what he was doing. Unless Paul George comes out next year and he becomes like Pacers Paul George again, which I don't see that happening, obviously. If you guys have any comments, or if you guys have any opinions of your own, go ahead and comment below what you guys think. I really do think that the Clippers really did lose this trade. They pretty much gave up like the next like 5 years of their draft. Like, they don't have a first rounder in the next like 4 or 5 years at this point. Now, they only gave up, the 2 Miami picks, but they still gave up 5 of their own. 2 of them are swapped, but I'm pretty sure they will swap back and stay with the Thunder. I don't think they'll swap back to the Clippers, because the swap was only if the Clippers, if those swap picks, I'm pretty sure they were gonna swap back to the Clippers if they were either like in the lottery or in the late round. But I mean, either way, they guaranteed that the Thunder are gonna have 5 first rounders either way. So it was just a bad trade for the Clippers. They shouldn't have traded that much for Paul George, because he's not even a superstar, and it was just crazy. I don't think the Clippers should have done that. They pretty much gave up like the next 5 years of their future. So they have no backup. They're pretty much in the same spot the Nets were back in like 2011, 2012. 2013. 2013, when they traded for like Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett, they gave up their future. Obviously, they're back now, but it took them like a while to get back from that, like 4 or 5 years. And the Clippers are about to be in the same spot if they definitely don't win the championship this next coming year. But with all that said, if you guys enjoyed this video, like I said, if you guys could like the video or subscribe to the channel, I really appreciate it. And like I said, if you guys have any opinions of your own, go ahead and comment below. I'd really appreciate it. And with all that said, I hope you all have a great day, and I hope you all enjoyed the video. Peace.